protected with all my heart. And even when things seem to fall apart, I can always make a start. Lord Buddha, I feel safe in your arms. You have cradled me with your Dharma truth. I take refuge in my Lord.
Namo Buddhaya, brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. We are just logged in to Subanjaya Buddhist Association Facebook Live. Before we proceed, always remember to share your link of tonight's talk to your friends. To those of you who have just joined us, Namo Buddhaya, and welcome to this evening, the 15th Friday online Dhamma sharing. I'm very happy that today I see that many of you already reach each other. Sadhu, sadhu to all of you in the comment box. Remember, to those who have not done it, you may do it now. Give us a like or a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Later on, when you have questions regarding the talk, you may have type in the questions in the comment box. And before we proceed, let us pay homage to the Triple Gem. Buddhang pujemi, Dhammang pujemi, Sanghang pujemi. We shall now proceed to take our 3 refuges and observe the 5 precepts. Namaskara, salutation to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami. Panchasila. Panatipada veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinadana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Kamesu miccacara veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Musawada veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Surameraya majja pamadatana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Imani pancha sikkhapadani samadhiyami. Imani pancha sikkhapadani samadhiyami. Imani pancha sikkhapadani samadhiyami. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. and sisters, tell me what we always want or what we always seek in life. Is it only money or to be happy? The topic for Happiness is a Choice series, part 3. Journey within for happiness here and now. Wow, everyone is seeking or want to have happiness now. What a wonderful topic she's sharing. Let me tell you about Didi Miyan. She had her own way of sharing the Dhamma with her listeners on the big topic on Four Noble Truths, Eightfold Path, with the simple slides showing the overview of the Dharma she's sharing. She will show you that we as human beings, we do have a choice over suffering or happiness. With the obvious choice, she will then lead us how we can help ourselves to the journey of happiness. We need to listen carefully and follow Didi Miyan's advice that we need to practice and to practice it now. That is the reason why she had been a much sought after Dharma speaker at various Buddhist societies. Being a clinical psychologist, she had been very busy working with individuals, families, workplaces, and community for the more than 25 years, focusing on employee assistance program, mental health services, coaching, training, teaching, and supervision. Before I hand over to speaker, remember to listen carefully, follow her advice to practice, and to practice it now. Over to you, Sister Mian.
Thank you, Brother Chuan. Thank you for your kind introduction. And I was laughing at the part where you asked them to actually listen carefully. So I was going to ask them, let's have a relaxed session tonight. but, but then our host, Brother Chuan, asked everyone to pay attention. But anyway, yeah, joking aside, yeah, we can actually, pay attention, yet be so relaxed. Yeah. So this is where I hope tonight's focus. Yeah. I will demonstrate to you that happiness is definitely an easy choice for all of us. Yeah. And for some of you who have missed part 1 and part 2, yeah, this whole series of Happiness is a Choice is actually anchored on the Noble Eightfold Path. Yeah. And of course, our main Buddha's teaching on dukkha, anicca, and anatta. Yeah. So, but nevertheless, don't worry. Yeah. If you have missed part 1 and part 2, of course, we will be happy if you go back and actually view the video later on. But tonight's session and next week's session can be standalone. Okay. So what we're going to do today is that we're going to continue the whole journey of learning Noble Eightfold Path. And in the previous part 1 and part 2, we have covered number 1 to number 6. So today and next week, we will actually cover number 7 and number 8, which is right mindfulness and right concentration. Yeah. So, and don't worry, yeah, I will have slides to actually guide you through the Noble Eightfold Path in case you're like, oh, Sister Mian, I cannot remember. Don't worry, yeah. But this portion of the Noble Eightfold Path stress on mental development or mental cultivation, which is, of course, our samadhi or meditation practice, yeah. It has been my journey, yeah, I think the last few months since I make a vow at the beginning of the Vasa observation in early July that I would try my best to motivate and guide as many as possible beginners, yeah, in meditation to at least practice meditation. Because I think among all our Buddhist practices, many would always perceive meditation as difficult, or they even avoid it. No, I can't sit still for even 5 minutes. How can I meditate? Yeah. But all these, yeah, are our good and devoted and dedicated Buddhists who have practiced a lot of sila, a lot of, offerings, dana, so generous, so loving, so kind. But yet, this final part, yeah, to me, this is the most important part, which is the mental cultivation part. Many has avoided it, unfortunately, due to some actually misunderstanding that meditation, needs to be done in certain way, which can be difficult for some people. So today, I hope I will break, the misunderstanding, so that we can see that meditation is actually here and now, that we can practice. Even if we have short time, 5 minutes a day, we can do it. Or we have a lot of time, 1 hour a day to spend, we can, of course, do it, yeah. So this session, I dedicate it to a lot of new beginners, and I hope I will turn you from a beginners to a curious and motivated meditator, yeah, after this week and next week session, yeah. So Brother Wai Hong, can I have my next slide? Yeah, let us recap this whole series of happiness is here. Happiness is a choice. Yeah, it's actually based on our Dhammapada, the twin verse 1 and verse 2. Yeah, verse 1 is of course talking about suffering is mind made, and verse 2 is happiness is also mind made. Of course, this verse 1 and verse 2 itself, yeah, our teacher, yeah, Lord Buddha has reminded all of us that both suffering and happiness, yeah, has to do with the cultivation of the mind. Yeah. So therefore, we definitely need to brave ourselves to embark on our mental or mind cultivation. Yeah. And that's where naturally our understanding of suffering and our experiencing of happiness will be experienced for sure. Yeah. So this is just a recap. I think part 1 and part 2, we talk about it, and I even share the story, right, of the elder Chakupala and the miser, Andina Pubaka story, in the first part and first part 1 and part 2. So today I'm just going to bring you through like a quick recap. Yeah. So pointing to the fact that, my session is definitely dedicated to the mental or mind cultivation. Okay, next slides, please. And of course, yeah, how do we make a choice? Making a choice to be happy. Yeah, for me, as a practicing Buddhist, this is what I anchor on. Yeah, the Noble Eightfold Path. Yeah, the whole practice of the Noble Eightfold Path, the Eighth Path. Yeah, and of course, anchoring on understanding the three characteristics. Or of course, the Pali word is called tilakkhana, yeah, which is our dukkha, anicca, and anatta. Yeah, those who have attended my earlier talk, yeah, on the pyramid of wisdom, I did talk about tilakkhana, dukkha, anicca, and anatta, associating it with our modern situation, which is stress, anxiety, and depression. Yeah. So anyway, those are the earlier session. Yeah, I won't have time to recap that, but this is again and again. Yeah, of course, Buddha has taught us, so deeply. Yeah, if you actually read all our Buddha's suttas and scripture, yeah, and that's the part that sometimes is very overwhelming for a lot of us. Yeah, and especially lay people like all of us. I think most of us, in tonight's talk will be lay devotees. Yeah, it is quite impossible for us to finish reading all the Buddhist scripture. Yeah, even for myself. But to me, I go back to the core and main teaching, which is this. Yeah, so like I've listed in this slide, yeah, the Noble Eightfold Path, the Tilakkhana, and yeah, of course, within the Noble Eightfold Path, the right mindfulness is actually referring to the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, or the four foundation of mindfulness. Yeah. So and definitely tonight, our meditative practice, we will actually touch on these four foundation of mindfulness. Yeah. So this is how it's going to be anchored upon. So today's session, I'm just going to give a brief sort of like theory, yeah, or sharing or explanation. And after that, we're going to practice together. It is the most important part, which is the practice. And of course, after the practice, that's where we open up for Q&A, so that you can relate back, yeah, what I say now in this first part to the practice, yeah, and then hopefully, realize that meditation, it is so simple, so doable, and it really, bring us a lot of happiness, joy here and now. Okay, yeah, that's what we will do for tonight. Yeah, next slide, please. Yeah, this is just a quick summary, the Noble Eightfold Path. Yeah, so tonight, like I mentioned, we are dedicating on the mental development part, or the samadhi cultivation part. Yeah, so if those of you missed the part 1 and part 2, go back and listen to the video recording where we actually shared on the wisdom, or the panya part, or the ethical conduct, the sila part. Yeah, the right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood. And of course, during part 1 and part 2, I talk about the right effort. Right effort actually applies in all the 8 paths. Yeah. So, and of course, rightly in the mental development or samadhi practice, right effort is a must. Yeah, to be there. So this is just a quick recap on the Noble Eightfold Path. Next slide, please. Yeah. So the meditative practice, for a lot of us, when we learn meditation, yeah, the main sutta for us to really learn further or deeply is the Mahasatipatthana Sutta. Yeah. So and of course, yeah, I am not really so well versed that I could speak about Mahasatipatthana Sutta deeply. But what I am sharing with all of you is naturally from what my meditation teachers have taught me, and my daily meditative practice is actually anchoring on this 4 foundation of mindfulness, which is Kaya Nupassana, yeah, mindfulness of the body; Vedana Nupassana, mindfulness of the feeling; yeah, Chitta Nupassana, yeah, the mindfulness of the mind; and of course, the realization of Dhamma, or wisdom. Yeah. So then, of course, yeah, dukkha, anicca, and anatta. For me, this is like the 3 main pillar, yeah, in our Buddhist practice. And tonight, what I'm going to do is to help to let you see the connection as we are actually meditating. However short or long our meditation session is, yeah, you can actually reflect on the tilakkhana, the dukkha, anicca, and anatta. And this is the cultivation of the insight, yeah, which of course bring us to wisdom, or the true understanding of Dhamma, yeah, the tilakkhana, yeah. So we will talk about that when we go into our meditation session. Yeah. So in case some audience, I'm just suddenly mindful, in case you're not familiar with Pali word, yeah, dukkha referring to suffering. Yeah. So, and of course, suffering is something that all of us are familiar with. Yeah. Even though we are so familiar with suffering, with dukkha, but yet, we allow ourselves to stay in dukkha, to stay in suffering, yeah, which is unfortunately, and that itself, that struggling within dukkha, yeah, itself, yeah, is the one that actually entangle all of us, yeah, in our practice towards, mental development, and of course, nibbana, the final liberation. And of course, yeah, for the practice towards final liberation or nibbana, this is where, the practice of anicca and anatta has to be there. Yeah. So, and I find that, of all of our different Buddhist practices, meditation is naturally a practice that whenever you practice, you will be able to experience dukkha, anicca, and anatta. Yeah, you will experience it for yourself, experientially, on this tilakkhana, dukkha, anicca, and anatta. So, what more to convince all of you that to make meditation as a part of your life, something that we will just practice, be it, like I say, short or long, yeah, so that, every day of our life, yeah, we are able to remind ourselves and practice towards anicca and anatta. Dukkha is what we are in, right? In our human life, right? Yeah. So naturally, we want to practice, anicca, towards anicca and anatta, and of course, the final liberation, nibbana. Yeah. So this will be, I guess, the core, yeah, of what we're gonna practice today. Okay. So I'll pause for a while. Yeah, I'm just glancing at the comment box to see, in case as I'm speaking, yeah, is there any already question or reflection that's coming in? So not yet. Yeah. So I have a reflection from Yu Ming. Yeah. It's a good choice to follow Sister Mian on the journey within happiness here and now. So thank you, Yu Ming. I know you're one of the regular audience. Yeah, thank you for your support, and I hope let us do this journey together at tonight's session. Okay. So, and I also see some old friends, yeah, that is tuning in tonight. I have Lian Xiang from Penang. Yeah, Lian Xiang is my ex-colleague. Yeah, I haven't seen her for a long time. And I think a few more. Yeah. So we have quite a lot of comment already in the box. Yeah. So so let us begin. Yeah, our next segment, which is the practice segment. Okay. For the practice segment, yeah, what I would like all of us to do, yeah, firstly is to do a checklist for meditation. Okay, yeah. So to do a checklist for meditation, yeah, this is where the first part itself is remembering that our body and mind is actually reflecting each other, or the body and mind is actually connecting or influencing each other. Yeah. And breath, our breath is part of the body. Yeah. So this concept is very important. Yeah. That's why I call it the checklist for meditation for beginners. Yeah. Body and mind is interconnected, is reflecting each other, and our breath is part of this whole body. And this body, yeah, can be noticed easily. Yeah, it's so gross, right? Yeah, you can notice the body easily. But the mind, of course, I'm pointing to my forehead, but the mind is inside, right? But the mind, yeah, is actually very delicate. Yeah, this is where it's very hard to actually catch our own mind, our own thoughts. Yeah, what is running through your mind? It's very hard to catch. Yeah, so the mind or the thoughts is very delicate. Whereas our breath, the breath, it is actually in between the body and the mind. Yeah. So therefore, this whole relationship, yeah, between the body, the mind, and the breath, yeah, if we can actually notice this relationship of these three, that's where, of course, anchoring on the mind, we will be able to see the changes in our body and our mind. Yeah. So this is very important. Yeah. Know what's going on in your body and your mind. A lot of us, when we are so stressed out, we're struggling in dukkha, in suffering, where people will say, have you lost your mind? Or your body is so I would say, Cantonese say chan sai, it's like so devastated. Yeah, your body is full of pain, suffering, and so on. Yeah, that this whole system is going chaotic. Yeah, this is where, yeah, when we want to actually practice or train this body and mind, we are very lucky to have our breath, yeah, as an anchor, yeah, to help us. And guys, right, the breath is the life, right? Because if we stop breathing, we're not here anymore. Yeah, we are dead, right? So this beautiful breath, yeah, I'm always very grateful towards the breath. Yeah, every breath in and out. Yeah, let's not waste it. Let's not waste our breath, Let's not waste our breath in struggling in dukkha or suffering. Let us, use our breath, yeah, in a valuable way, yeah, to help us to anchor ourselves when we actually train this body and mind connection. Okay, yeah. So this mind is this breath, yeah, it is something that is so interesting, yeah. So let's experience that afterwards in our practice together. Okay, so I'm just doing this core concept first, yeah, before we actually go into the meditation proper. Okay, so another one that I want to touch on is the mind or the thoughts or the thinking. Yeah, this is the tricky part. Afterwards, when I guide the meditation, I'm going to ask you to don't think or drop your thinking, drop your thoughts. Yeah, and you must be wondering, how do I do that? You know, how how to not think, right? So in fact, this is the hardest part, yeah, in the meditation practice, yeah. But what we would like to do is to be gentle, gradual, slow, and patient in our practice, because all of us, especially in our stressful, rapid changing world, yeah, we unfortunately has acquired the habit of accumulating so many thoughts in this mind, yeah. And in fact, yeah, psychologists have actually researched that at any time a day we have 84,000 thoughts, yeah, that us, the human being, experience 84,000 thoughts, yeah. And I can imagine, yeah, out of the 84,000 thoughts, yeah, a big percentage are the negative thoughts that stress us out, that, put us in a lot of struggle, the dukkha, yeah. So unfortunately, yeah, we have this huge, humongous 84,000 thoughts, yeah, that we are struggling with. So what more? Yeah, if you're new to meditation, one of our checklists, very important, is to understand about this humongous thought. But don't be afraid of it. Yeah, there's a way for us to train it, and what we need, the ingredient or the recipe, yeah, is patience, gentleness, in fact, kindness and compassion towards the thoughts, especially the negative thoughts. Yeah. So remember, be gentle with your thoughts, be patient, or even be compassionate when you're struggling with your thoughts. Yeah. And compassion, yeah, karuna is one of our four Brahma Viharas, yeah, for us to practice. Patient, or in Pali, kanti, yeah, again is another important Buddhist practice. So imagine in a meditation practice, yeah, you are actually practicing all these important, beautiful Buddhist practices. Yeah, you're practicing kanti, patience. You're practicing karuna, compassion. Yeah, and naturally too, your heart will actually arise, lovingness or kindness, and that's metta. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes in our meditation practice, but these are the usual beginners checklist. Yeah, and and of course, yeah, when we practice tonight afterwards, yeah, you may still have a lot of questions. Don't worry, this is normal for initial or beginners when they are practicing. So we'll take the question afterwards. Okay. So now, let us, begin our meditative practice for tonight. And before we start, I would like to invite all of you, mindfulness of the body, Kaya Nupassana, the four foundation of mindfulness. For Kaya Nupassana, firstly, I want you to ensure that you're sitting comfortably or sitting safely, because sometimes, when we are meditating, when the body is too tired, you may actually fall asleep. Yeah. And in case if you fall asleep, please don't worry. Continue sleeping. Don't have to worry about coming back into our Facebook live session tonight. Yeah. I would rather, if you're lying on your sofa now and as you're meditating with all of us, you fall asleep, just please go to sleep. Yeah. The body is full of wisdom. When the body is tired, it will shut down. Yeah. So I want you, step one, ensuring you're sitting comfortably or even sitting safely. Yeah. And of course, for beginners in meditation, don't worry about sitting cross-legged or lotus posture. If you can't, some of us, our body are very stiff. So don't force yourself. Sitting comfortably can mean sitting on the chair, with your both shoulder, arms drop and relax. Your two legs and feet, grounded on the floor comfortably. Or you can even lie down on your bed or your sofa comfortably. Any posture that is comfortable for you, especially for beginners, that's very important. If you force this body, especially the body that is tired or the body muscles or bone that is more stiff, to sit in a lotus posture, you're not going to meditate. Step one gone. You're not going to meditate. Okay, so let's do that together. Let's if you need to shift your buttock, shift it now on your seat. Sit comfortably so that we let our body relax. So for beginners, choice is you can actually close your eyes fully, or if you're uncomfortable, of course you can leave your eyes open. But I would suggest you drop your gaze so that you're not looking at the glaring screen, on your laptop or on your mobile phone, the glaring screen. You drop your gaze, so that your eyes are comfortable throughout the practice. Those who are comfortable closing your eyes, I invite you to close your eyes. Okay? And after you have done that, I would like you to actually move your body slowly and softly. It can be any posture. Your shoulder, your neck, your head. Or just maybe swing your body left and right. Front and back. I would like you to move slowly and softly so that you get to relax the muscles. If you move too fast, it is hard to observe this body movement. So you adjust yourself. Each of us, our pace is very different. So the key here is that we want to observe the body, mindfulness of the body. So it's slow and soft movement. Or if you try to focus too strongly on your body movement, your muscle may get tense up or cramp up. So if you notice that, don't worry. Your muscles will tell you, right, whether you feel tense or cramp up. So just loosen it. Okay. So as you continue the slow movement of your body, see whether you can observe or notice, your muscle contracting. Contracting means, your muscle feel tightened or your muscle relaxing. at the same time, yeah, with your light and soft movement of your body. Step 2 is see whether you could observe, as the muscle tighten up at a certain movement or the muscle relaxes at a certain movement of the body. Yeah. If you can't notice, the contracting, the tensioning of the muscle or the relaxing of the muscle, don't worry. Just continue your gentle and slow movement of the body. Slowing and slowing more of the movement of the body. You may want to even stop it gently if you wish to from the slow moving of the body. And as you're doing this, again, see whether you notice any of your muscles contracting or releasing or relaxing. Yeah. And step 3, as you continue to observe and notice the muscle contracting and relaxing, this is where you'll be more aware or feel your breath now more clearly. So you bring your awareness or your attention to your breath. Open up your lung to breathe. Breathing in and out. Maybe as you breathe in and out, one of the muscles you can notice the contracting and relaxing is your tummy. When we are breathing in and out, especially taking a more deep breath, deep breathing in all the way down to the abdominal area or the tummy area. That's where you feel your abdominal muscle inflating as you breathe in and deflating as you breathe out. So step 3, just feel your breath freely. In and out. As you continue your in and out, maybe at this point, you may notice your mind wandering away. So this is where your mind is thinking, even sometimes overthinking. Yeah? Or what I call the mind running away or wandering away into the thinking process. If you notice that is happening, this is where understand dukkha, suffering, because the nature of the mind is as such that it will goes into or it will run into that wandering mind, thinking mind, overthinking mind, and that's a lot of time the gist of our dukkha, suffering. And actually, dukkha can be impermanence. Yeah, this is where, if we remember to reflect anicca, yeah, that each of this dukkha is changing all the time. And part of the changing is actually bringing our mind back to our breath, our breathing gently, freely. And if you do that, you actually notice, yeah, the impermanence. Yeah, the change is immediately changed, right? From the thinking mind now back to the flowing breath. This flowing breath, in fact, deep breath, medium breath, brief or shallow breath, it changes all the time. The rhythm of the breath, breathing in and out. If the more we remember to loosen or let go of our thinking, yeah, loosen the mind, let go of the thinking, let go of the thoughts, then we will return to this free, light, soft flow of the breath. Just do that. Return to the breath that is breathing freely, gently, slowly. And this in return, this gentle, free flowing breath, in return, help the body to relax further. We definitely want to continue to relax the body further. In fact, the next step is that inviting all our muscles and joints in the body to relax. Relaxes more and more. Let the body feel light and free. You see, part of the dukkha that is so impermanent, yeah, of course, it's our muscles and our joints that can be painful, right? Yeah. So, but these painful muscles and joints can also learn to relax. And we relax more and more when we invite the body relax more and more through our breath, of course. Yeah, the breath is still the one flowing in and out, nourishing this body, relaxing this body. As this body relaxes with the breath light, free and flowing, naturally it helps the mind to also feel calm and relaxed, reducing the worries and the thoughts, yeah, or the wandering thoughts, yeah. So using the body and the breath to help to facilitate our mind to loosen or to let go of the many thoughts that we have, the many worries that we have, letting it go bit by bit, This is where you apply your patience. Yeah, because we have so many wandering thoughts, including the difficult and the negative one. You cannot loosen or let go all of them. Just loosen and let go some and have compassionate towards this wandering mind, suffering mind. Just do that. Be gentle, be patient, be compassionate with your mind as you cultivate this natural calmness in the body, natural calmness in the mind. As the mind calms down more, as the mind and body feel more and more calm, this natural calmness will cultivate the peace in our heart, the peace and the joy that is felt when we experience this calmness of the body and mind. This part, the heart, filling with lovingness, kindness, joy, peace, tranquilness, gratitude. The heart can be filled with all these beautiful practices. Let the heart be filled with all this beauty, loving kindness, compassion, equanimity or tranquilness, or joy or gratitude, the four Brahmaviharas, to fill our heart as we sit here to meditate, training the body and the mind into calmness, anchoring on the breath. So this is how happiness, joy, peace, and calmness is all within us here and now, as we have just sit quietly meditating these 18 minutes. I'm opening up my eyes. That's why I saw 9:18. We were starting around 8:58. So just within 20 minutes of this meditative practice, this is how, happiness is naturally a journey within. And we can experience calmness, peace, joy, happiness, gratitude right here, right now, in just these 20 minutes that we are practicing together. Brothers and sisters in the Dhamma, so this is our meditative practice for tonight. So gently, as we are opening up our eyes to end the practice, I hope in our heart we will actually make this aspiration together. It is always helpful at the end of a meditation practice. We do the sharing of merits or aspiration. So for tonight, I would like to make this aspiration, or I would like to recite this aspiration verses that is actually penned down by our late chief, Dr. K. Sri Dhammananda. It is an aspiration that I recite every night. So tonight, I will recite it together for all of us to reflect upon. This aspiration actually is the one that affirm for me every day of my life that happiness, peace, joy, calmness is all here and now. Let's do this aspiration together. If we have strayed from the path, may we never do so again. If we have carelessly hurt someone today or hurt ourselves today by word or deed, may we be more mindful the next time. That's where we practice mindfulness. O Buddha, the enlightened one, help me to set my heart right every moment, every day. May my action every day reflects your love and compassion, Lord Buddha. We shall strive to cleanse our heart from hate and envy in our life. And may we live in harmony with all people. We shall be close to the Dhamma. We shall learn Dhamma diligently. We shall be close to the Dhamma in good as well as in difficult time. Especially in difficult time, Dhamma is the one that guides us. I shall bear in mind too, that if I were to leave the world today, if I were to die today, I shall leave the world without fear or regrets because I have practiced and cultivated. I would like to leave the world a better person than when I came into it. No matter what wrong someone have done to me, may I forgive and bear no hatred in my heart. I shall bear in mind to be grateful for any acts of love and consideration shown to me by anyone in my life, no matter how small they appear to be. Any deeds of kindness, I'm grateful to it. May we always remember to those that we love and those who love us, may we always wish them well, invite them to practice, so that this life, will be a blessing to all of us. May this life be a blessing and a joy and happiness to all of us living beings, as long as we are here. Namo Buddhaya. So may this aspiration be ours as we practice, and practice. Well, that's the end of the practice session and actually the end of my talk too. I will just have a final slide that Brother Waihong maybe just show to them, the final slide. And this is the whole circle of our meditative practice just now. I will also add another slide on the step that I guided you just now. I'll post it onto my own Facebook, page tomorrow. I think a lot of you will be quite familiar, or I'll put it in a comment box afterwards at the end of our live show, that where I'm going to post these slides, on the step by step. Actually there are 5 steps. I've listed out in 5 steps as taught to me by my meditation teacher, my wise meditation teacher, that make it so simple. It is with this I learn, such a simple steps yet so powerful, in guiding us to practice meditation. I'll put it in a slide and share with you the 5 steps of meditation for beginners. Okay, so hopefully you can actually download the slides tomorrow and practice it. You can of course return to this video recording, which is available after our live show, to follow the step. And of course, next week, maybe I'll guide it with a more deeper level, so that it's more clear for you. And also, hopefully you practice from, today onwards till next week, and you have much more question where we can discuss together. Every question that you have, please ask, because all of us learn from a question that is posed by anyone. So with this, I will end my sharing session and we'll open up for Q&A. And as usual, I am behind time. We are at 9:25. So it means that our Q&A may take another 10 to 15 minutes. So please bear with us. We will probably finish at 9:40. So thank you for your patience. So it's Q&A time. So yes, Brother Chuan, yeah, I'll let you facilitate the Q&A segment. I think you're mute, Brother Chuan. Yeah, okay, you're on.
Maybe it's that you've been relaxing following your meditation. So I have to be mindful, of course. Right. Let's see. Any questions? So before that, I was following it and your guidance of it step by step, observing the body, right? And the breath and the mind. Well, it takes us some time to practice it.
Yes. Yes.
What I feel is that we prefer to take the easy way to happiness. So, Miyan, what do you think? Are we going to condition our mind to learn what you have taught us and practice regularly? I think this advice from you is
Yes.
very important for many of us.
Yes, Brother Chuan. Yeah. First of all, yeah, to all our brothers and sisters, don't be afraid. Yeah. Just now was 20 minutes practice. Yeah. It's because it is guided for beginners. So that it's step by step with guidance. Yeah. So what I want to tell you is that the trick here is, it's just the hard work initially when we practice. Yeah. I hope you can just dedicate a bit of hard work to practice so that you're familiar with the step, yeah, that can lead you to calmness, yeah. So, and once you're familiar with the step, actually, if you're busy, maybe, it's such a hectic day, you only have 5 minutes or 10 minutes, in between your work, you just want to practice and calm down to have this calmness and tranquility, you can actually do short practices when you are actually familiar with the step. Yeah. So, so that's why I say, meditation is not something so difficult. People always have the wrong perception that we must sit very long, meditate very long, so only we can actually have the right concentration, so and so forth. Yeah. But actually, just now, I would consider a medium length meditation, right? 20 minutes, medium length. So, and, it's just the step when we are able to follow it by exercising the right effort, the right concentration, not too focused, but gentle, loosen, gentle, then you can actually sustain your calmness. Yeah. And please, I hope you trust me when you have actually a so-called practice at least 2 weeks, I would say at least 2 weeks, yeah. Then when the steps is familiar, you can actually do it in a shorter manner, in a shorter time, especially on weekdays when you don't have much time, when it's a working day. I fully understand. So then maybe we can spend longer time, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, when you are able to experience the calmness, the peace, the happiness, and the joy, I can tell you, you would want to sit longer. Naturally, you will actually naturally sit from 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 minutes when you are familiar with this meditation step, when you actually reap the benefit that is able to be experienced here and now in this very life. You don't have to wait till Nibbana, right? So it is here and now in our hectic, stressful world. We need this calmness, peacefulness, stability, and happiness, right? So yeah, Brother Chuan, I hope this statement, yeah, is strong enough to convince them.
Wow, wonderful. I I would say is that it's a very good encouragement. As we always say, we don't have time. That is very frequent. and very common. We always say we are working, we have things to do in the house, no time, no time, no time. And every Dharma sharing is just listen and then that's it. We don't practice. So I was
Yes.
thinking is that wow, you have just given me an idea is that I will play the recording again, and when it runs, we listen to your voice, soothing voice. Wow, following step by step. Ah, fantastic. I think our viewers, please, if you are a beginner and you don't know how to start, well, go back to the Facebook, listen to the recording. For those of you who prefer YouTube, will be much easier. Do it. You can listen it via your mobile phone. Please do it after tonight's talk.
Brother
Let's see.
Chuan,
Hmm.
yeah, Brother Chuan, if I may add in, yeah, those of you, if you find that these 5 steps that I've actually shared with you is something doable for you, yeah, because meditation sometimes is also us finding the teacher that can guide us, that is towards our inclination, yeah, because
Hmm.
different style, different meditation meditation teacher have different style, yeah. If you find that these steps that I'm guiding you is something that is doable for you, yeah, in fact join me, yeah, every second and fourth Tuesday 9 o'clock at night. I have my own Facebook live where I actually guide this meditation practice. Let's practice it together. If you are like, oh, no time or lazy to practice, if you remember Tuesdays with Sister Mian, then please come Tuesday and then we meditate together. Yeah, 9 to 10 o'clock. Of course, it's not 1 hour meditation, Brother Chuan. Yeah, the 1 hour meditation. No, it's only 30 minutes. 30
Hmm.
minutes, I'll share a psychology topic, and then 30 minutes, we will practice together with, of course, guidance like just now. Please join me, in this meditation practice. Yeah. I
Wow.
will give the information later on in the comment box. Yeah.
Yes, please.
About this
So,
Tuesday's practice together.
yes, viewers, that's another option on Tuesday evening. 8 to 9, is that correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
9 o'clock, 9 to
9
10. Yeah.
o'clock. All
Yeah.
right, very good. We have one question here. Uh, um,
Okay.
what is the best time to do meditation? Morning, afternoon, or at night? Oh, from
I'm,
GK.
I'm, I'm going to be very naughty, Brother Chuan, to answer GK Tan.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. You-
all the time is the best time because remember what I say, each breath that we take, don't waste it. Yeah, as long as we are alive, each breath that we take is actually meditative, right? Because just now the breath I've already demonstrated to you, the breath is so important anchoring our practice, right? So actually each breath that we take, if we take it mindfully, we are actually practicing. Yeah, so it's every moment is the best time. But of course, yeah, coming back, yeah, to like, having a practice session, yeah, it is actually depend on individual, and I would say go with your own life circumstances. If your morning is more free, then you choose the morning to practice. If you're in between lunch, you have a good 20 minutes or 15 minutes your lunch break where you are quiet, your office is quiet, then maybe you want to do lunch break, afternoon. Or a lot of us tend to do it at night, yeah, which is I think the most popular time to meditate is when we finish everything. In fact, when we are lying down on the bed, and that's where, in fact, you can the first 5 to 10 minutes that you meditate, and then you fall asleep. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. So you practice and fall asleep
uh,
calmly, peacefully. Yeah.
mm,
But to
mm.
answer GK, tried it out, yeah, or you go back and investigate yourself. What is your life routine, your life circumstances? It got to fit you. Yeah, meditation is not forced. I cannot say that, oh, GK, you must practice at what time. It will never work. There's no prescription on that. Yeah, because tailor it to each of our own needs, then it will work beautifully. Yeah.
Wow, thank you, thank you. So it can also mean that we can do our meditation in between appointments,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, well, if the appointment is late, then we just maybe we have 10 minutes of
Yes,
meditation. Oh,
yes,
make full use of the breath. That is the key
yes,
word tonight. Make use of your breath.
yes.
Oh, right, very
And I
good.
will encourage that you guys experience, yeah, with closing your eyes. Closing your eyes will be when you're at a place that, at home, is safe.
Mm,
You can close your eyes. But I would also, I've trained myself to even meditate with my eyes open, like in the office, when we are working, like you say, in between waiting, instead of the mind ruminating, ayo, 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 how, the mind ruminating. Yeah, instead of allowing the mind ruminating, why don't we breathe? We use our breath that 5 minutes, to just calm down, anchor ourselves, to have this calmness, peacefulness in the mind, the body, and the heart, right? That's where our mounting, our illness, yeah, is actually the suffering is my mate. Remember Dhammapada verse 1.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
yes.
instead of doing that, yeah, suffering is my mate, let us turn this mind into happiness, right? By practicing,
Mm, mm,
this even brief meditative practice wherever you are, even with your eyes open. Even
oh,
standing, you don't even have to sit. You can actually do very brief, very mindful breathing, aware of your whole body standing here, waiting for your, vendor coming, your vendor is late, So you're fully aware, mindfulness of the body. I'm standing here right now at this office, feeling hot, the sensation of hot, noticing the sensation of hot. But even though it's hot, let me just breathe gently to anchor myself. Yeah.
very good. Well, we have another question
Mm.
from Sally Chia. Where, yet you display the question. Normally, I feel very peaceful after meditation. However, I feel no improvement in my meditation because always only achieve peaceful. How do you improve further?
Very good question, Sally. Sally, thanks for asking this important question. I want to clarify. Today is, of course, I wanted to motivate beginners to meditate. Yeah? So I sell a lot of this calmness, peacefulness, joy, happiness. Yeah. But I'm sorry to tell you, not every meditative practice will be this peaceful joy, calmness. Yeah. Remember dukkha, yeah, suffering is inevitable in our life. Remember anicca, yeah, things are impermanent, it keep on changing. So even the peaceful state that we have experienced can next change to not peaceful anymore. Yeah, but this is, remember, that's what I meant by us fully observing dukkha, anicca, and anatta, especially anicca, when the changes happen, when we notice our mind wandering away, or when we notice our breath not smoothly anymore, or when we notice our body feeling uncomfortable, yeah. So it is the awareness of all these phenomena, yeah. It is a great reflection of anicca, yeah, impermanence. Anicca, dukkha is inevitable. Anicca is what we observe, so that we actually can go away, from our clinging or attachment. Yeah, because if we meditate just to feel peaceful and calm, we are in trouble. We are actually clinging, attachment. Yeah, you see how tricky the mind is. Yeah, even in the positive thing like peacefulness, yeah, if we cling to it, we will suffer. Yeah. So remember, it will be always anicca, anicca, keep on changing. And the key here is that observe the changes. Observe the changes, not hoping, expecting, or clinging to the positive state of mind and heart, of all this beautiful feeling. Not that. Yeah. So, Sally, uh, in meditation, sometimes we will feel quite like nothing or neutral. Yeah. So some of us will say that, Hiya, how come I'm not improving? I don't feel calm and peaceful. Or, yeah, that means I'm not meditating correctly. No, wrong, wrong, wrong. Right? You are improving because this is where you are able to observe anicca, yeah, the changes. Yeah. At times you feel calm and peaceful. At times you actually, your mind wander away. At times, you notice the pain in the muscles. Yeah. So you are actually improving. You're actually improving because your mindfulness is improving. You notice, you're aware of all these changes. And if you continue more powerful practice, Brother Chuan, later on, yeah, because anatta is the hardest practice, right? Non-self, how can we be the neutral observer of our experiences, because we are so attached to this body, this breath, this mind, these thoughts, yeah. So then, of course, yeah, Sally, please continue to meditate. And of course, as we meditate, not only by ourselves daily, always remember to still go to retreats, refer to cultivated meditation teacher to guide us, ask all these questions that we have during our practice. We need to do that continuously, never stop. Yeah, this learning retreats with meditation teacher, and of course, the daily practice. A lot of Buddhists, Brother Chuan, they'll go for retreat, 10 days, 20 days retreat, once a year, twice a year. But daily, they don't practice. Then it defeats the whole purpose. We need to do both. Yeah, the daily practice, even short, 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 short. But then when we go for retreat, of course, it's long, right? 7 days, 10 days, 14 days is long. But you'll be surprised if you don't practice daily, when you go for your long retreats, the first 5, 6, 7 days even, you can't even settle down. Yeah. And for me, that kind of practice, it doesn't make sense because you are not applying the whole Buddha's teaching in your daily life. You are not observing the Noble Eightfold Path in the daily life. Especially this is Noble Eightfold Path 7, 6, 7, and 8, right? Right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. That means we are not practicing daily, we're waiting till retreat. Yeah. So it doesn't work that way. Yeah. Sorry,
So-
Sally, my long answer to your short question.
Well. I would say it's very good that we have sessions like this, so that it keeps on reminding us meditation is not only going for the meditation retreat, go for many days, but how about the rest of the whole year?
Yeah.
Right. That is very good. I think there's no further questions, so we will end tonight's session. All right. Thank you very much again to our speaker. Brothers and sisters, please help me to thank the speaker, SJBA, the digital team, and all our friends out there for supporting this Dhamma sharing. Brothers and sisters, over the last 1 hour, we have taken the 3 beverages, observed the 5 precepts, listening to the Dhamma sharing, and a short meditation, a guided meditation, and to remind us to practice. We are very happy that you have taken the right effort in joining us from the beginning to the end. With the merits gained, let us share merits to all sentient beings, families, relatives, and friends. May they rejoice in the merits. Sharing of the merits. Imang no punya bagang mata pitunancha acharya nancha sabha satanancha sabha mitanancha sabha nyatinancha sabha petanancha sabha devatanancha bhajema imang no punya bagang sabha satanang dema Sabbe Satha Sukhita Hontu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Brothers and sisters, let us pay homage to Triple Gem. Buddhang pujemi, Dhammang pujemi, Sanghang pujemi. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Please visit the SJBA Buddhist Association Facebook to look for the posters on the details of the next Dhamma sharing. It will be next week, Friday, 18 December. Do share the Dhamma sharing poster with your families, relatives, friends, and your groups. Please tell them to log in early to enjoy the video we have prepared and have a short puja chanting. And before we say good night, may you, your family, relatives, and friends be well, happy, and free from suffering. The COVID-19 pandemic is still serious. Remember to be safe, stay home. Good night. Sabbe Satha Sukhita Hontu.
Bahong sahan semabhinim mita sayudantang ngirimi kelang udita Sasena marang Dana di Dhamma